Hey guys, welcome back. This is how to cook garlic fried chicken, Trung Approved. These are what you're gonna need: flour, cornstarch, ground white pepper, salt, pepper, dried mince, onion, lots of oil, lots of garlic, and butter. Here I'll show you. I got an empty mixing bowl. We got ourselves some flour. We got ourselves some cornstarch because you want to make that crispy skin. Let's see, what else? We also got ourselves some ground white pepper. Of course, you gotta have salt and pepper. And then we're gonna have, ooh, yes, minced garlic. We need a lot of that because, it's garlic chicken. And minced onion. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna put the little flour in there. Boom, boom. About, 2 cups or so. And then 1 cup of cornstarch. You just wanna have half of the amount of cornstarch that you do with the flour just to get that crispy outer layer. You can season it with a little bit of pepper. And then you can also season it with some salt as well. Everyone does, so I might as well do it too. And then we're gonna add some minced onions in there because you can't have garlic without onions. And this is gonna make it so the outside layer also has a little bit of crunch from these minced onions. And you gotta have a little bit of white pepper. It's stronger than regular black pepper, so don't use too much. Use about like a tablespoon worth of it. So that's just pretty much for the outer batter. We're gonna do like a dry batter. We don't need to put water or anything. I don't have a whisk. Mix. And there you go. Now there's our little dry outer layer. Dry powder, whatever we call it. It's the batter without the water. Alright. So now we're gonna be moving on to the chicken. Make sure you thaw out your chicken if it's frozen. And make sure it's completely thawed. And then wash it. Like I said before, always wash your meat. Now, I'm gonna toss them all on the board. There's some of that, some of here, and I'll show you how I cut it. So what I like to do is make the wing section and then the little drummies. So in order to do that, all you gotta do is split that little, the drummy part, and then split and cut in between where the wing section is, and that's how you separate them. I don't like having a hole just because that means you gotta work harder to eat each piece. I might as well just cut it right here. Makes it a little easier. I use a cleaver. That way, if I do hit a bone, I can always just smack it down. Like you see, boom, right there. You saw that? I smacked it. Oh wow, I'm gonna show you a third one because apparently I did 3. Yeah, well, and we're gonna smack this one too. Yeah, smack. There you go. Now let's skip ahead a little bit. Yes? Ooh, cutscene. Boom! Look at that, they're all done. Alright. Now, we're going to be putting these guys into that little dry mix that we had earlier. We want to make sure we coat each of the chicken with this dry mix, because this is what's going to make those chicken crispy. As I take my time. Almost done. Alright, let's put that away. Now, we're going to mix everything by hand. Now, look at that. See? Woo! It covered up all the outer layer of the skin. That's what we want. We want all that seasoning. We want all that flour, cornstarch, salt, everything. We want that all over the chicken. And that's what we're trying to do. Because the moment when we fry it, you're going to have some crispy chicken. Well, and also the title's called garlic fried chicken. So you need to have fried chicken in there. Alright, now we're going to have to strain it. Because we don't want any lumps or too much. We don't want too much, pretty much, of that seasoning of the flour and cornstarch. We don't want too much of it. What we want to do is have a light outer coating of it. So when I put it into this little basket, I'm able to sift. There you go, that's the word. Sift. I am going to sift those things out of the chicken. That way it just leaves a thin layer of all that dry mix. It can get a little messy, so be prepared of flour flying all over the place. It is a light product, so especially with that cornstarch, it's everywhere. I warned you. Oh, come on. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, there you go. Look at that. See how that's covered? That's what we want. All right. See, it's a little dirty. I told you. All right, time to fry them wings. Oh yeah, preheat your oil. You want that to be hot. Now, I like to use canola oil just because it has a high heat point. And you should probably do the same thing. Plus, I don't know. They say that nut oil is healthier for you, so canolas on that. That's what I did. Now, we're gonna fry these wings. As you can see, it starts to bubble. We're gonna drop that right in there. I'm just gonna show you one wing just because it's easier for me to show you that way. So we'll let that fry for a bit. I wanna see about skipping forward, make it go by faster. Yep, still frying. Ah, there you go. I had to put a lid on there. It was splashing everywhere, so you might want to have a lid too. Or something to block the oil from splashing everywhere. Whew! Look at that. You see all that steam that came out of there? Beautiful. And look at the color of that wings. See, you want the wings to be this nice golden brown color. I mean, you are going to cook it again, but this is what's going to look like by the time it gets done. Woo! Look at that! Alright, time to cook. Garlic and butter. Then the wings. Alright, now we're going to watch some butter melt. Because for some reason, I did not want to edit this out. Oh yeah, don't forget the garlic. See, now we're going to have the garlic in here too. I use a lot of garlic. You don't have to if you don't want to. I like using garlic. You can use butter, you can use oil. I like using butter because it already has salt in it and it also helps season the chicken. But that's all up to you because after this, I don't put any other seasoning. I just put the garlic. Let's stir it right up. Oh, and if those of you that are asking, this is a wok. So, you don't have to use a wok. I do. Just because it looks cooler. Stir, stir, stir. There you go. Look at that. Look at that bubble. Alright, we're going to add a whole bunch of garlic in there. Right about now. There you go. We're going to add all that garlic in there. Like I said, I like a lot of garlic. You don't have to use as much. And just know that the garlic is going to absorb anything that you cook it in. As you can tell, like a lot of my butter is already gone. So, all we're trying to do is try to get that garlic nice and brown. We want to have it a little bit crispy. We want it cooked. I mean, nobody likes eating raw garlic. And plus, it makes your house, apartment, complex, condo, I don't know. Makes your area smell nice. And then your neighbor's jelly. That's what you want to do, is make your neighbor's jelly. Alright, now we're gonna add some chicken. There you go. We're gonna add all that fried chicken in there. I had the pepper towel on the plate so it could absorb the excess oil. That's what you want to do. You don't want to have oily chicken. Now we're gonna stir this all right up. I can really make it look fancy and flip it, but I don't want to show off. Yeah, let's go with that. As I'm using the smallest part of the stove. Yeah, but look at that. See? Woof! All that garlic's all over that chicken. And it's fried chicken. I mean, how can you beat that? Look at that. Oh. Hey, I tasted this before I showed this, and it was actually pretty good. Well, there you have it. There's the garlic fried chicken. You can eat it with some sauce if you want. I like using a sweet chili sauce by that brand. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I like that brand. And then you can also eat it with some butter, rice, and soy sauce. I watched from her show that they did that before. And yeah, look at that. This has been Trung Approved. Trung Approved. Hey, remember to always fully cook your chicken, by the way. I forgot to mention that. And like I said, use as much garlic as you want. That's totally up to you. Yeah, and this method has been Trung Approved.